way. Yeah, because I mean, I think it's really not necessary to have this topic with, I mean, again, because this is already very good. I mean, and it's actually even better because it's talking about real things. And just starting this Mentor Monday right now, it's about keeping it simple. And as you were saying, GIllian, is I loved what you said, like just keep it real. I mean, be real. I think that's very important because when there's a lot of information over there that we can get mixed with, have your own branding, you know, and everybody's like there in social media and you got to have this image and people start acting out as they're someone else. Is like, no, you already have your own personal brand. I mean, you already have it. People know you for something. Are you the one that is always arguing about something? It's like, it's the one that argues about this. It's the one that talks about this, or it's the one that helps me, or the one that shares very good value, or the one that is always smiling, or the one that is always positive. I mean, people know you because you are the one that, you know, the one that helps me, the one that provides value. And that's something that is very important that we forget, that personal branding is not something new. You already have it. You just gotta make sure. I mean, you're a bad person. I mean, of course you have a very bad brand. You just gotta polish it, you know, and be someone better and show that you're advancing. You don't need to be all of a sudden now you're an amazing entrepreneur, and so all of a sudden you're like this professional in health. It's like, no, I mean, as GIllian said something amazing, that was just share your process. I mean, share that you had something change in your life and now it's better. You know, so that invites a lot. I mean, that just makes people smile and say, hey, you know what's going on? As you were saying, GIllian, it's like people start asking you, hey, you look amazing. You know, what's going on in your life? I mean, what happened that suddenly you're looking like this? Suddenly you're doing this. Suddenly you're traveling here. Suddenly you're talking to this person. What's going on? And that just opens those conversations, that it's where it really happens. Yeah. And you mentioned something very interesting, GIllian, that was about the superscripts, you know, that if you're a leader, they always ask, you know, like, and what should I tell the person so that they say yes? How can I convince? I mean, I love that word. How can I convince someone to enter for life? And how can I convince them to buy the product? No, I mean, I love that word. It's like, no, you're not going to convince anyone, you know? We're just filtering. We just want to know if people want the same benefits we already have. We made a decision. I want to make sure if you would like to take it too. Maybe you want that same benefit that I have or that I'm going towards to, and I can share it with you. I mean, it's just that simple. It's like how, but if, as you said, GIllian, if you don't share it, if you don't share where you're going, if you don't share the changes you're having in your life, if you don't share what you're learning, you know, if you don't share the process, then it's very, very hard for everyone else to know what benefit you can share with them, you know, and to also have that hope. Or some people that, as you say, your next client, your next affiliate is looking at you right now. I mean, they're looking at you. Yeah. And they just need to know that you have that solution. Right, GIllian?
You're right. No, you're absolutely right. And I think in an I want this to be an interactive thing. So if anybody has any comments on how they're seeing or challenges they have with this, but from my history of being in the industry and coaching others that were in the industry. Remember, I came from corporate, so I wasn't actually a leader per se. Sure. This is different, just so you guys know. I was in the corporate position where I helped create the trainings and the process from sales and, you know, presentations to help others make money, right? It's a completely different world. And yes, I had all these tools, and this is like, you know, like my 9-to-5 job was to do that. And I did well with that. However, the difference is when you went into a position where you become the spokesperson, and it becomes not only your bread and butter, but your livelihood and, you know, your commitment, and it's become an extension of you as a brand, not a job. This is completely different. What we have here is not a job. And I had a job before, just what you guys know, like my job, I had a job. I was paid to help somebody sell something. Make sense? Like I was paid to help somebody else buy into the idea of selling something. But now what I find even more enlightening is that I'm not being paid. I'm by a company and where they get the benefit. I'm paying myself on the efforts of what I put in, but it's coming more easily. Like, when you go to work and you're being told to do this and you do this job because, you're at the end of the day, you just want to go home. You just want to go home, right? Like, that's bottom line. A 9-to-5 job is a commitment to a time clock, right? And then the bottom line is I need to go home and be with my family and pay my bills. But this is different. This is where you have an opportunity to, be part of something that you're involved in, your name's attached to it. You're experiencing, everything from the products. Ideally, you should be, because if you don't feel it, you can't believe it, right? And you can't share it then. So you experience the products, and then you're experiencing the joy of empowering somebody else on your team to experience the same. There's nothing better than knowing that that person's doing it because they want to do it and because they're motivated to be part of the change, not because they have to. I don't know about you, but when I was in the corporate world and I had people reporting to me, there was a different element of instruction, a different element of communication. Here is about working with volunteers or our team members. We're all part of a mission. We're all part of that collective, group that want to do good. So this is where it's different when you're showing up every morning or going to bed at night. You choose when you do that. You choose, who to talk to. And just like people, Danielle, they're not applying for a job to come and work with you. They're applying for an opportunity to work alongside you. And this is why you also have to be careful about who you're bringing into your vortex, and like whether or not these people are going to be people you can work with long term, that you can trust, that they're, yes, we don't want to close doors or barriers. Let people do what they need to do, but you'll be wanting to work with the willing. You'll be wanting to focus on those people that have championed in you and, moved alongside with you, believe in what you're doing. And then it's a completely different feeling. I just want to share that with you guys, because we have a gift of independence. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm heading into the road or the pathway to independence, rather than the pathway of subservience, where I was feeling like I just had to do what I had to do. And I was in fear factor that I might get let go at any time. Right. So that in itself, being able to share that passion to somebody else and give them that gift is another value. Right. So thinking about that. Yeah, Louis, you held your hand up. Hi, nice to see you, my darling. It's been a while. It's unmute. Can you unmute?
Hi.
There you are, darling.
Hello.
Hi.
All good. Hi. Thank you. Just a quick question, because I just signed someone from Nepal, and I don't know how to get. I'm sorry if it doesn't fit in the, but just a quick question. I signed someone from Nepal. If anyone here knows how to get the product from Nepal, I know they don't have office, but they might. I was thinking to get it from China or India. I don't know. Anyone has any experience with that?
I don't know. Is there an international team number for information, Michael, that you might know of?
Yeah, gosh,
There's
should be
information
able
in
to
the
go-
chat.
pardon me?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry.
There's information in the chat there
Okay,
already.
Louis, look in the chat. I think somebody put some information in the chat. Because you should be able to go to your international from your website, go to international and search down and see where Nepal is and click on it, and it will show you where they would get their.
I
I'm imagining it's going to be from India, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I called the international number, and they helped me signing him in. But I was hoping I found someone who had someone in Nepal or somewhere close here in this team. So they did all the paperwork and everything.
So
But
they have an ID number. They have an ID number.
they have an ID number now.
Great.
So I just to place the order, because they don't send to Nepal. So they probably have to do like a cargo or something like we do with other countries in Latin America. I don't know. Oh, thank you anyway.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Louis. Congratulations on, good to see you
Jose,
again.
thank you
It's
very
good to see
much.
you.
Great information. Sorry.
But even on that note, like Louis, the fact that you have somebody interested in Nepal, we like that is a value into itself. Like, look how global reach that is. There's another value. I think we just need to go through the values. What are the benefits of this for life? Like everybody should like put in the chat or somebody put up the hand up. What is your number one value that you have for this company? I'm going to put people on the spot. When I ask somebody, what is it you love about for life? Tell me what it is. I'd love to see 100 different values come up. So I'm gonna ask Daniel, what's your favorite thing about For Life?
Oof, there are many. So the first one that caught my attention is as I was working in a franchise before, I got the chance to get started with number one, what is that beautiful residual income. Yeah, because I was not gonna be able to I don't know, to just start a franchise. That was impossible. I didn't have the money. But once I found out that I could make that kind of money here, I was like, whoa, please let me know how to do it. And I was very lucky to start with For Life. I didn't know any other company before. Well, I didn't start any other company before. I knew other companies, but I mean, the first one that told me about it and was after I was looking for that. I mean, now the importance of what you were saying, that we're looking for people that are actually looking for something, you know, that they want that change, you know, and I wanted that. I mean, I was looking for something like that. I didn't want to go back to the corporate world. I wanted to start a business, but I didn't want any kind of business. I wanted a business that could give me that residual income. So when they presented me that, I was like, whoa. And then when I saw the power of the product, those two things together just like merged. That's like my main thing, you know? I mean, of course I love many other things, but that's like my main purpose and joining For Life and staying here until I become an elite platinum, and I'll make it.
I like that you declared that. That's another thing you got to do. Declare what your vision is and put it out there to the universe and just make that a goal. But
Yeah.
I'm loving all the chat that's coming through, and like so here, just so you know, from the chats, I've got low investment, work from anywhere, anytime. Thanks, Sonia. Health and wealth at your own pace. No special education needed. For Erica, for me, it was about giving her courage. Love that. And the other one is, actually, can you just elaborate on that, Erica, if you don't mind?
I had been searching and searching for something for answers, and I feel so amazing that I can't help but share with people. And so I've always been my own stumbling blocks, and I've had like this fear of talking to people. And as long as I can remember, and I have talked to more people in the last month than I probably have in my entire lifetime. So it gave me something that I felt so good about that I had to share, and I just was able to push through that fear. And so I
love that. Erica, and by the way, Erica is a new Diamond Elite from last month. So just so that tells you like the persistence, and she's relatively new over the last few months, as and she has been a credit to believing something. So when you believe in something, you know, she has no fear of presenting. Sometimes we're just so afraid of presenting because we're afraid of, you know, rejection, you know, and I've watched her, like I've watched her like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like countdown to the end of the month. I want to get Diamond Elite. I got to get Diamond Elite. I'm just messaging everybody. Like I've got to tell them how I feel. I need to tell them how I feel. And then right down to the last minute, she had a great conversation, and then people were showing up to her because she was spending more time sharing her story, even over the last few days. So I just want to say congratulations, Erica, on that. But you know, I love how Erin, as you learn, and you know, making sure that everybody feels how you feel. We really need to have the feeling out there more than anything else about the love, because there is such a great opportunity to change so many lives. I'm going to share one of the reasons why I joined For Life. Number one, I'll tell you what it was. It was when I did the show. I was doing the Feel Good, Share Good shows, and the reason why this solidified my commitment was I listened to Carol Rodriguez's story on our breast health show. And after that show, I was in tears. And I remember this, and I remember walking away from that show and said, I have something to give the world. This is my cause.
Nice.
So that is my mission, is that every conversation I have, and I've had a few this weekend, by the way, heavy week conversations this weekend, are people that are suffering. And I have something now to give. Whereas in the past, I wasn't sure where to take them or where to share. Like I didn't know where to share the information or how to share it in a way that didn't make them feel uncomfortable. But now I do. I send them to the Testimonials for Life group. You know, I don't necessarily tag them on something, but I find the link in this. I don't even know how to find that. I find the link and I send it to them because I know as long as they're a member in the group, they can see it. Right.
Yeah.
And they get a chance to see the testimonial. And then that's typically when I get the reaction back to, what do I need to do? How do I need to join? What is it that I need to happen? And that's one of the values is that we have in our hand, is that we have the gift of helping somebody with a potential threat, which without going into too many details. And that to me is amazing. So the more we can share those testimonials, the better. I mean, I can't say it enough. That's what's got me up to the level I am in, is I was able to show them a testimonial. Right? Okay. So any other notes? Excellent products.
Excellent. You know, I just want to make a comment that has to do also with the topic that we were sharing, and then we just come back to this list of favorites, of For Life favorites. It's something that Erica was mentioning right now about that that fear of having that presentation, that now she's empowered. Going back to keep it simple, is that sometimes we forget when we enter this business, and now seeing it as a business, that we need to practice. You know, and some people forget about that for everything that you want to do, you need to practice anything in life. I mean, so even this also as well. You need to practice in front of the mirror, recording yourself on your phone, with your friends, with whoever you want, your teddy bear. I mean, it doesn't matter, your dog, your cat. It's important to practice. I mean, it's important for the rest of the people to do it, because then you have, like, as they call it, muscle memory, you know, that even when you feel this nerve, or I don't know, you're distracted or whatever, you have such muscle memory that you can transmit in a very simple way. You know, it's like very simple to do it. And some of us forget about it because, for example, when he started For Life, and when the pandemic came, and everybody was going into Zoom and doing Zoom calls and all this. I mean, I had already been working like remotely for 5 years using Zoom. So it was not hard for me to do it. It was not hard for me to present doing it online, because I had been doing it several times. And it's, if you want to be a master at this little by little, I mean, you got to be also, responsible enough to say, okay, I need to practice. Remember when you were driving for the first time? I mean, you were thinking about, okay, first gear, second gear, here, I'm going to turn here, I'm going to turn here, and, you know, the blinkers and stuff like that. I mean, now you're talking to the person that is on your side. You're listening to music, you're chanting, you're singing. I mean, you're even, I don't know, saying hello to the person on the side, or saying something to the person that didn't let you drive well, etc. But the thing is that you're not really worrying about being nervous and not nervous about it, because now it becomes natural. And yes, once we are practicing, because that's what happened to Eric, is like over and over saying the testimonial and saying it one over and over again, then it just becomes something natural, and then it just works, you know. But I mean, don't leave aside the fact of really I mean, knowing how to present. I mean, before me, before I was able to give the presentation in English or share something with you guys in English, I was practicing because I do it in Spanish regularly, you know, a lot. And Claudia knows that because I mean, she sees also our group and all the activities that we have as well. We have a community also in Spanish. If you have someone that speaks Spanish and needs the testimonials and everything, we also have a group that has testimonials in Spanish. We have over 70 testimonials over there. And we've been working with that similarly to how GIllian is working. So that's why I know what you're doing, girl, you know, because it's like, but I also want to join in English now, doing it the same thing. But it really works. I mean, that's the way that it works, because it's very simple, it's very natural, but you need to practice. I mean, just if you say, it's because I get nervous. Yeah, it's not about being nervous and not being nervous. It's like, how much have you practiced enough so that you actually can do it naturally? And even if you're nervous, it's gonna come out okay. You know, I mean, that nerve, those feeling nervous and stuff like this is gonna just go away little by little. Or more than that, it's just about feeling that nice emotion. I learned from singers, like the professional singers that really love it, that they still feel that, you know, they still feel that before going on stage. They feel the, you know, that emotion. And then you get on stage and they have decades doing the same thing, but they do it because they love it, you know. So I just wanted to share that because it's very, very important. I mean, don't think that practice is not, it's not going to make you better. It is going to make you better. So practice every single day, and you're going to be better at transmitting those beautiful values, that thing that you value from For Life, right? Okay, I'll get back to you, GIllian.
Yeah, thank you. And so that's on that point, that's like consistency is the key. So showing up,
Oh yeah.
you know, I'm actually, and that's one of the things when I work looking at people that I want to work with, those are the ones that show up. Like typically they're the ones that care. The ones that show up every day, they're eager to learn. They're the ones that are willing to, you know, work alongside you. And those are the ones that get my attention. You know, they're the ones like that I want to support because I know they're committed. And that's when you start building your team, is those that, you know, are the positive influencers, not the naysayers in the background, the ones that want to work alongside with you. And that's one of the things when you rank advanced, you have to have key people that want to do it alongside you. So if you're looking for people that deserve your time, it's those that are wanting to do the same that you want to work with. Okay, so that's something to think about when you're looking at your value. Who is it? Who needs this? Who wants this? Who desires this? Who is somebody you can work with? Who is somebody that shows up with positivity every single day? You know, there's nothing worse than having somebody drain your energy in at the end of the day. So, you know, we want to be part of the mission of getting For Life strong, good message out there. And this is, I just love, though, I have to relay this for those who haven't read it on the chat, but for the recording. Sonia, I love what you just wrote. It's called "The tongue flows from what is in the heart. It's the rudder of our boat. It's the bit in our mouth. Make sure your heart is in what you want to be and do. Sharing your story is what people connect with." So that is to me is a beautiful message right there, is that we, you know, when we share the story of what we want and the goodness comes, and there's going to be a lot of deflections behind us, others will show. I find that's what's happening, is that now people are showing up because they want to be part of this. They want to be part of some movement. They want to be part of something exciting. And that'll continue to grow as we all do that. And regardless of, you know, the fear factor of, you know, I don't know how to say it, you know, be part, like, you know, reach out to your upline, reach out to somebody that, you know, that you can trust, that can help you, coach you through that fear. It could be a matter of a 3-way chat, you know, with somebody to help you close the conversation. It might be, hey, you know what? I have somebody on the fence, like Lewis was asking, even right now, he asked in the chat, I have this person, but I have a roadblock. What do I need to do? Right? That's what this forum's for. We want to limit the roadblocks. You know, and his mind is, I need somebody to help me in Nepal. Like that's great, because now he's telling us that he can reach that far, but he might need a little extra hand. So with that, regardless of which team or what downline you're from or what country you're in, we're all part of For Life. And this is where we each can help each other out. And regardless of what language there is, I love Google Translate. I mean, you know, I live on an island where they speak 5 languages. I live on the French side and on a French island, and I don't speak French. And you think I would because I'm from Canada, but no, I don't. But I have people around me that help me. That's what we need here with For Life. So if you have testimonials in Spanish, share them with me. I'll have testimonials in English. I'll share them with you, Daniel. Like, we're all part of the same family. Like, we should have one massive family. Louis, yes, you got your hand up again? I didn't recognize you because you're on.
I had to go out. That's the beauty of this business. You see, I'm in the rain, going out, I'm doing my business. So the beauty of this business also is I went in a cruise, right? Just for holiday, take some time. In the cruise, there was this bunch of guys, happy and not happy. One of the waiters came to me, and I can see he's not motivated. He's just dragging and struggling. And then we started a conversation. And that's the guy, half a year ago, that joined here yesterday from Nepal. Just out of a conversation, just having a conversation, just following up. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Yeah, and that was it. So guys, the money, there's a big money in the follow-up. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes, thank you. That is a great point, Louis. Yes, follow up, and just going back to a conversation you might have had. Never lose connection with people. Claudia, you have something, do you want to help close us out?
Yeah, I want to add to that, and then I want to tell something about a short story about Sanelia, who's not here, but I think it will help everybody. So with the follow-up, and I'm sorry I wasn't in the first part, but I hope you didn't reach that, and I'm double saying the same thing. But I want to bring an example about what happened with the last affiliate, or I don't know if she was the last, but whatever happened yesterday with GIllian and me. So GIllian reached out to this lady who she's been talking to her for several months or weeks. I mean, she's never really been out of contact with this person, and she was just involved in that conversation. So that's the follow-up. Like, GIllian continues to just talk to everyone she knows at a lot of points, just keep talking. And then GIllian found out that, you know, she's trying to offer her something. So out of her heart, she wants to offer her the detox because that's what she's working on right now. And now the lady comes back with a medical situation. So she reaches out to me. We get the right testimonial on time. We get the right, what we think she needs. And now GIllian has a new affiliate with a really large order. And she said, I trust you. Whatever you tell me I need to take, I trust you. So we still gave her the testimonials. We still made the presentation, but the lady said, order whatever I need. And so that's really all about trust. So you can't expect to have the conversation one time and then come back a year later. I mean, maybe, but and then you're expecting that person to sign up when you have not reached out to her in 1 year. No, if you're only reaching out to that person every year, the only thing you're going to get is building relationship. When you start, okay, I'm going to talk to her every year. I'm going to talk to her every 6 months. I'm going to talk to her every 3 months. I'm going to talk to her every month. So if that person continues in conversation with you, then that person is going to say, I am aligning with whatever. And it's what happened with GIllian and me, by the way. I am aligning with what person is saying. It's what happened with a lot of the people on that group. GIllian was in contact with a lot of people, and then we funneled them up, and they said, I am aligned today, GIllian, with what you are doing today, and I trust what you're doing, so I'm going to align with you. So again, with what Daniel was saying. So my point with this part is you can't expect to have that follow-up once a year, because everybody that comes to me with people are not signing up, I don't understand what is happening. And this is like, I hear it from my downlines, my uplines, my cross lines from all over the world. This is the same thing, because they want to know what Dave does. A lot of people reach out to me to see if I have a secret, if I have the secret of Dave Daughtry. And so there's no secret. The secret is consistent follow-up. Michael says it all the time. Daniel just said it. GIllian just said it. So consistent is closing the gap in the amount of time that person will actually accept the conversation with you and see if you are aligned at that moment. But you can't call the person that you haven't reached out a year ago and expect for her to sign up on the offer that you have for her today or him. And so that was my take on that. But then to close up, we're getting close to the hour. I wanted to tell a story about Alice and Senelia. Let me see if Alice is still here. I want Alice to hear it. Alice still here? Anyway, it doesn't.
Yes, I'm here,
Yeah, it
Claudia.
doesn't have to do directly with Alice, but it has to do with Alex indirectly. And I'm sorry that Senelia's not here, but I know she won't be upset that I share this. It's just that this is the way that some people get stuck. And so a lot of people, and I have somebody from another country actually stuck on this. So I want to make sure that people understand this beautiful story. So Alice and Senelia met at convention. Two women that joined around the same time, two women that met each other, and Alice kind of did it quietly. And then GIllian knew that Alice was going to be a fantastic, we met her and we knew she was going to be like, you know, those leaders that fly away right away. So she did it, but she did it a little bit kind of quietly, because the first month she got some sales and was kind of understanding everything, getting her life in order. Second month, like she said the other day, she does the diamond leader, not in 1 month, in 2 weeks. And if you count, she really it's not that she did it in 2 weeks. She worked the whole 2 months to talk to people and get herself ready and prepare herself with, you know, knowledge. And she didn't do it in 2 weeks. But what I mean is when she started signing up her first affiliate, it was like 2 weeks before the end of the month. So when she was just doing my shop, that was the way that I guided her. I said, let's just work on orders right now until you understand. Once she understood, she signed the first one. In 2 weeks, she had made diamond. Listen to this story, guys. So Senelia, who met Alice, they share the bed and the bedroom in convention, and they made good friendship, calls me a couple of days later, and she says, and I think you guys know that Senelia is my second leg. So my husband and Senelia is the second building leg. And I've worked really hard with her too. So she says, oh my God, I'm so happy you made it. How did you make it? And I said, what do you mean, how did I made it? Everybody plays a role, and you made a big role. You are my second leg. And she's like, but what happened with Alice? That was her straight question. So she's congratulating me. She's happy. And then she said, I'm going to open my heart to you. When I saw that Alice had made diamond, I went to my room and cried. And so, leader that you're here listening to me, how many times have you looked at another person making rank or closing a sale, or, oh my God, Luis does in Nepal and I can't do it? Like right now you may be thinking, how come Luis can close in Nepal and I can't close here, my neighbor? So if you're thinking this is your story. So Senelia says, I want to open up because we're friends. When I saw that Alice made diamond, I cried, and I cried a lot. I was so hurt. And the first thing I thought was, why did Claudia help Alice and Claudia didn't help me make diamond? So I stayed quiet, just listening, and I said, and she said, and I was so brokenhearted that I had to call my husband, because Claudia always told me that I could make it, but I haven't made it, and Alice did. But I know Alice, Claudia, and I know that Alice didn't even really have her thing together. Like I was already building, and so how can Alice make it faster than me? And I was so heartbroken. And so I kept listening, and I said, and then she said, but I know it was my mind playing tricks on me, because I know that Alice has such an amazing capacity. And all I thought was, I know that Claudia helped me too. I know that she didn't help Alice more. And then she heard Alice's testimony that Alice had done it on her own. In fact, I never really even helped Alice. She did all her calls, and I don't even think GIllian helped Alice that much. Alice did her whole thing alone. and she said that. And so she said, then I heard Alice, and I understood that she had done it on her own and that you had not even helped her. And I thought, I'm being unfair to Claudia. Claudia has helped me. Everybody has helped me. Every person that does the meetings, the trainings in this room have helped me. And I'm the one that blocked myself. And I'm not going to block myself because I'm going to reach Diamond. She's in Colombia right now. So she said, I'm going to come back to Canada. We're going to work really hard because I'm not going to be left behind. I want to reach Diamond too. So who can, yeah, I was like crying when she said that. And she said, thank you, because I know you have done a lot for me. So my proposal today is, who has been feeling down? Who has been feeling that this business is not working? I've been here too long. I don't make rank. Look at GIllian. GIllian like double ranked in 1 month. How is that possible? I've been here 10 years or 15 years. I don't even rank to Diamond. She ranked to presidential lead. This is not fair. Blah, blah, blah. You know how all that thought that came to Senelia. And then, you know, this is the real story. She wasn't even being jealous about GIllian. She was being jealous about Alice, who they met, you know, a month ago and 2 months ago. So if you're feeling this way, how do we help you? Thank you, Sonia. Are you going to talk, or you're saying me? I think GIllian wants to talk.
No, I have to go. I have to go. So have a good day, everybody. I have another Zoom meeting right now. So I'll talk to you guys
Bye,
soon.
GIllian. Who
Bye.
has been feeling this way?
I was
And
saying bye to Jillian.
you were saying bye to GIllian. I thought you were saying me. I feel this way. Don't wait when
Nah, I'm
I'm
good.
looking at all of you. So just to close up, and again, I thought it was a beautiful story. This happened this week, and if you're feeling this way, this business is not a business where you can feel this way. This business is such, and I'm the first one, as all of you know. That's why I wanted to close. I was Diamond for so long, and I said, "Oh Lord, like I've been Diamond for so long. Well, like this is like, you know, I'm stuck here." No, it doesn't mean you're stuck, because if all of you have heard my story, GIllian and I had been contemplating the idea of friendship. Not even, she was with other company. I wasn't even thinking of inviting her to For Life, but it took, I would say, 3.5 years since the moment that she reached out to me to invite me to the first Dr. Money program. So now GIllian comes with fire. I make presidential. She makes presidential elite. So guys, I'm the first example to tell you that I'm the one that felt that I was Diamond for 10 years. So I was like, when is it going to change? So if you're feeling this way, you know what? Make sure that this is the right career and life path for you, because I knew I wasn't going to quit. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. I just knew that I was going to continue talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And guess what? I still have a lot of ranks to make. So I will continue talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and can't get tired of talking. But you know what gets you tired of being in this company and being in this team? This is damaging your own self, like Senelia did, saying to yourself, why did this? Why that? Like when you get that, it's mental exhaustion. It is mentally exhausting. So Daniel, yes, I want you to finish up.
No, yes, Claudia, just complimenting what you were saying right now. I mean, it's amazing. And sharing also that I just heard a video with Alex Hormozy. I don't know if you guys have heard about him, but he was sharing about what's that special thing with champions, you know? What makes a champion different? It's like, the thing is that they just don't stop. That's it. I mean, there's no difference from us and them. It's like they just don't stop. They don't quit. That's the difference in a champion. And that's what you were saying, Claudia. You're a champion. That's why. And I think that we have a lot of champions here. We just have to discover, and you just don't stop. Just don't stop. Just don't quit. Just continue. And then we're gonna get there, and even better. And things are gonna get a lot better. But we have to continue. It's not just staying. It's not static. We need to continue doing it and keep it simple. Yeah. Thank you very much, J. Michael. It was amazing to share with you here. Yes, I don't know if you have some extra words right now.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Michael,
everyone. Daniel, thank you so much. Claudia, you know I love you, and it's been I just so happy watching your journey this last 8 years. And boy, I remember those days when we were doing Zooms and all over we're trying all these new different things, and Zooming from Hawaii, Zooming from here, Zooming from there. And
we've done a lot.
You just gotta love what you do. And if you love what you do, it will happen, because keep it simple, as Daniel said, and just stay at it, working and talking and talking and talking. Like you said, Claudia, you talk great. You talk all the time. And so I just need to talk more. We all do. But thanks everyone. What a great meeting today. Was it kind of an
Thank you,
impromptu?
Michael.
All
Yes,
came
thank
together,
you.
but look, that's a meant to be type meeting today. And I'm happy everybody that came in, everyone that talked today, everyone that shared today. The story with Louise and Nepal, that excites me when I hear things like that happening around our world. We are a global business. So thanks everyone, and we'll wrap this meeting up today. And thank you. Next Monday, we got 3 more Mentor Mondays and a lot of meetings this week. So a lot of fun meetings this week on the calendar. Take a look at the calendar. Stay in our WhatsApp group. Lots happening. JT does a tremendous job keeping us updated in the WhatsApp groups. So appreciate you, JT. I appreciate everyone on this team. God bless you. I got to leave too. I've got to jump into another.
Thank you.
I actually got a hurricane about ready to hit our town. So
Oh my goodness, be careful. We'll
oh,
pray.
we're all right. We're all right. We're going to get a ton of rain, and the
Wow.
winds are already stopping. So I'm looking out the window, and boy, it is raining. So God bless everyone, guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Have a wonderful week. See
Bye.
you next
See
Monday.
you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
The love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, Eve.
Thank
Bye,
you, Cla-
Carmen.
Bye, sweetheart. Thank you for
Bye,
sharing
Luis.
that.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Anna.
Take care, J. Michael.
Thank
Will
you,
do.
Michael. Thank you,
everyone.
Danielle.